Hello, and welcome to Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. My name is Mikhail Tinubu, and I have with me today Henry Iwuanyanwu. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Tinubu.
You know, Champions League is back.
Yeah.
We've been waiting a long time for it. And I know many people are already disappointed that, the winter break cuts the Champions League campaign into two halves. But this year, we're dealing with a World Cup that is going to cut the football into two halves. Chelsea have already kick-started the Champions League campaign with Dynamo Zagreb, and that match is currently not going so well for them. But I'm sure Chelsea fans are expecting that they will rise to the occasion. What is your feeling about given the shift of power in Europe, this transfer window that has happened? Aubameyang is in Chelsea. Whoever thought that would happen? Barcelona, a club that didn't have any money, has bought so many world-class players. Real Madrid will have a chance to go again. Where does the power lie in this Champions League this season?
Yeah, money is part of the game, and the strategies are also part of the game. So, of course, with good quality players, with good training, and of course the coaching crew doing their job, a lot will play. A lot will come in play. So, the big money they have been throwing around, and as well making sure every club, you can see every club is ready to make sure that at least they are set, not only just for the Champions League, for other games as well that will be coming within the period. So it's a big one, and I know Chelsea have also tried in their own way, irrespective of the shakings of up and down. So we believe that they are doing well. All clubs are set, and the money have been there. They have been throwing the money for the players.
Well, you're certainly right about the money. Obviously, for the top teams in Europe, it's not just about buying the best names so that they can compete in their respective leagues. They fill out their roster with so many bodies, knowing that they're going to have to compete in the league, their local cups, and then the Champions League, the holy grail of club football. That's where the stars will come out to shine. With Champions League having started today, I would say that my prediction, Real Madrid, number one possible. Barcelona have bought so very well that it might happen for them. Manchester City, of course, Erling Haaland. Liverpool are struggling, but we'll see how they do in Europe, because European football is a completely different ball game. And I use the word ball game for emphasis. It's a completely different ball game from league marathon football. Other teams that are perennial, constant regulars, PSG, and they are facing off against Juventus very soon. Bayern Munich, who have lost a quality striker in Lewandowski, but gained Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Amongst these teams, who do you go for? Who's your money on?
But for me, Bayern Munich, you can see a lot happening with Sadio Mane, and it's a big blow for Liverpool, and another game for Bayern Munich. So for me, I think it's Bayern Munich. From the look of things, they look well organized, and they have good strategy from what I'm seeing. From my own perspective, they will do a lot, and they have started well. I think from their previous games, for me, it's just more like a warm-up game. So,
In my opinion, actually, obviously it's tempting to go with Real Madrid because they are the only team in Europe with still 100% winning rate. Even Bayern Munich have dropped points. But I'm going with Manchester City. I think they can do it this season.
but sometimes you can't just conclude with history. You know, for me, you are looking at history. There are people who are predicting based on quality, based on preparation. Some are predicting based on, okay, we have used the history as a guide and also as a lesson, and they are prepared. So you don't just conclude. We know they are a formidable team. They are definitely going to do a lot. But then another thing I'm looking at is even trying to see if there will be any underdog among the teams that will be.
I think for me, amongst all the teams that I've mentioned, Chelsea is probably the biggest underdog amongst the big European powerhouses.
I agree with you. Anything can happen with Chelsea. The pressure is always there with their fans. I think they have.
Yes.
They have the how will I put it so that I won't be lashed there. So the pressure is always on them, and you can't just
rule them out. I think so too. Well, we do have some other stories, so let's get started on that. Tobiloba Amusan, currently the most popular athlete in Nigeria, thinks she is in a great position to extend her winning streak on Thursday in Zurich. The record holder for the 100-meter hurdles at the World and Commonwealth Games says she is eager to recreate the circumstances in which she won the illustrious Diamond League trophy in Zurich last year when she returns to the Letzigrund Stadium. Amusan won the Zurich final in a then African record time of 12.42 seconds, becoming the first Nigerian athlete to win a Diamond League discipline. Following the competition, the Nigerian achieved a string of firsts. She was the first from her nation to win a world title, set a world record, successfully defend a Commonwealth Games title, and of course, set a Games record in the high hurdles. On Sunday at the ISTAF Berlin competition, the Nigerian athlete competed and won the race in 12.45 seconds. She now hopes to successfully defend her Diamond League trophy in Zurich. Amusan is on a roll, isn't she?
She's something else. She's really in her best time after last year Diamond League, and I think she have truly distinguished herself from the ranks and files of her contemporaries.
You know, what I'm interested in knowing is, we've always complained about the lack of preparation. The best Nigerian athletes have to go about funding their own preparation and preparing outside of the country. This time around, you know, our sports minister, Sunday Dare, has been emphatic about wanting to put all of the weight of the sports and youth ministry behind these athletes. Is she just better prepared than any Nigerian athlete has ever been, or is it all just talent?
For me, it's not just about the preparation. She's well talented, and you can't rule away hard work. She has been doing a lot, and she has a lot of encouragement, you know, especially from his environment. She also have a conducive environment to train. So that have really distinguished her from others. And you can see it's all about, we just heard about chance of first. First to set this, first to set that. And you can see for the high hurdles, she's also there. And last time it was 12.45 seconds, and she was able to reduce that with 4.2. So,
in the event that she stays injury free, do you suppose she could be on the podium at the next Olympics?
Yes, she will. And you can see she's really ready to do a lot, get a lot laurel for herself. So she will be there.
I hope so.
Yeah, she
because
will.
we in Nigeria, we're so quick to put all our hopes and dreams into the basket of our athletes.
No, I don't think so. The Athletic Federation of Nigeria, they have been trying as well to bring up other champions.
All right. Now, La Liga has announced a new joint venture with Dubai-based firm Galaxy Racer in order to strengthen its presence in the Middle East, North Africa, and the Indian subcontinent, and to compete with the Premier League. In a statement released by the league today, the 15-year contract with Galaxy Racer is anticipated to bring in over 3 billion euros in revenue. The league hopes to increase engagement with existing fans in the region, as well as work to target younger audiences under the age of 30. This would be a boon for La Liga.
Yes.
The truth is, the most powerful league in the world is the Premier League. The richest is the Premier League. The most viewed, the Premier League. And we saw that play out recently during this recently past summer transfer window. A lot of English teams ended up, even the likes of West Ham, paid £50 million for Paqueta. There's obviously a lot of financial firepower within the Premier League. But most of the money in La Liga accrues to the top. And when the Premier League clubs try to sell their players, a lot of clubs in France, in Italy, in even Spain, choose a loan with an option, not even an obligation, to buy later. Might this, given I have already said that a lot of the money accrues to the top, if this 3 billion, if every single penny is gotten for it, will it improve the capacity, the financial power of these La Liga clubs enough so that they might one day compete with the Premier League for players?
You can see the finance is based on global presence, and they have done so much research, and they have put a lot in place. Yes, they want to be one of the contenders, though they are still contending with Premier League. But I will tell you, with this money, they will go far. Especially, it's all about branding and all that. So I believe it will go far.
Competition is the name of the game, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Christophe Galtier, the head coach of Paris Saint-Germain, and striker Kylian Mbappe came under fire on Tuesday, that is today, September 6th, after they appeared to laugh off a question about the team's weekend trip to Nantes on a private jet. At a news conference on Monday, September 5th, Mbappe was asked about PSG's flight to Nantes. As his coach responded with a quip, Galtier and Mbappe exchanged glances. By high-speed train, Nantes is roughly 2 hours from Paris. This summer, social media users tracked and criticized the use of private jets amid a string of heat waves, droughts, and floods, making it a hot topic both in France and around the world. Global warming, climate change, the glaciers are melting, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, the world's attention, especially in the West, is heavily focused on the impact of man-made problems for the environment. 2 hours journey by train, and trains are a luxury in themselves. But Paris Saint-Germain have a lot of money, and they have the luxury of that money to afford them a private jet to fly all of their players. But this is not even the Champions League. They weren't even going to another country, not even flying to England. Is the media, and by extension, people, are they making too much of this issue?
Yeah, for people who are reacting, if you look at the number of people, the people that are really complaining about this, they are more of activists, especially environmentalists. So they complain a lot because of the climate change. They complain a lot because of the drought and flood, of course, the environment. But the truth is, for the club, they feel they have the right to, though the club have not made any comment about this, but what have been bringing all sorts of issues is just because of the response by the coach and also Mbappe, the way they reacted with laugh and all that. But the truth is this. Yes, the distance is not that far with the high-speed train, 2 hours per se. But then they also consider their safety. They consider a lot of things, security, So it's important people look at that angle. We can't just judge them, and they are not the first to fly a private jet. But because it's just a club, a lot of people are making so much issue about it.
A heat wave hit Europe so hard this summer. And I'm sure they are praying for the relief of autumn and winter. But even that will likely be a crazy weather system that will leave them complaining for the good old days of summer heat.
Yeah.
Do you think that PSG board and indeed all football clubs boards need to be more conscious of the times we live in, not just because of the sensitivity of the fans who watch them play football, but also because, to be socially conscious is to make sacrifices?
Yeah, as a corporate organization, we expected them to make sacrifices like that because a lot of people are also seeing them as example, to lead or role model, Companies springing up, they look at some of these clubs as role model. Yeah. So, yes, I agree with you. They should look at a lot of issues, especially when it comes to climate change. Though we can't just say, I don't know if there is any emergency that warranted them to do this, or maybe just to have fun. And the issue again is that I think the response of the coach more like they even plan to go with is it or boat or something like that. So more like, people try to question, especially those who are really crazy about climate change.
We do have very little time left, so I want to touch on one last thing, and then I want you to keep the answers short.
Okay.
What do you think about this whole Pogba witch doctor thing that has enveloped the French national team's national discourse?
Yeah, for Pogba, such issue happened with Emmanuel Adebayo when he started having issue. I think this issue sprang up the moment he started having issue with his brother, and all of a sudden he went for training. He's having a nail injury and all that. So definitely they are going to miss him in the World Cup. From what we are seeing, he won't be able to play the World Cup. I'm thinking his recovery will be after January. And as it is, it's going to be a big lose for France, for someone who have scored 11 goals in 91 appearances. So it's going to, don't forget the last World Cup, 2018 in Russia. He
was
played
essential to them winning the league.
Yes.
Well, it's unfortunate that we will have to lose the opportunity to watch Paul Pogba at the World Cup. He might never have given his 100% for Manchester United, but at the national level, he always gave more than 100%. So, unfortunately, we've ran out of time. To everyone at home, thank you for watching. To my guest, Henry, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Hope I can have you on again.
I appreciate it.
Remember, life is never boring with some sports. I am your host, Mikhail Tinubu. Do have a good night.